everyone as well. Sorry about Wednesday. I think the atmospheric river that California is experiencing is not helping matters any, and I couldn't get on. I couldn't log on to my Facebook Live, and apparently their servers were having issues. Of course, you know, we're all connected together. Hey, Nancy, hi! So anyway, of course, you know, the last 4 days, 118th Congress opened Tuesday, okay? And they were supposed to elect a new speaker. Well, there's a very slim majority in the GOP side, and there's 212 on the Democratic side. As you can see, the last 4 days, there's been a lot of dysfunction on the GOP side. There are a number of GOP, especially the hardliners, that don't like McCarthy at all. A lot of them don't like Gates. A lot of them don't like Jim Jordan. Anyway, there are some of the radical ones, you know, like Boebert and Green and Gates. Want to hold basically America hostage a lot of things unless they don't get what they want. Well, they're going to find out, like before, many of the moderate and liberal GOP, not the radical kind, the other kind, are going to side with the Democrats and say, yes, we need to move forward and we need to solve issues now. And this hostage taking that Boebert, Gates, and Green are doing, they should be muzzled. They have no right to be there. I don't care if they were elected. They should not have the job. And they should have been vetted better. Now, of course, as of today, you know, it marks 2 years since the January 6th insurrection. There's still a lot of cases going through the federal level and everything else, and many of the ringleaders in that insurrection that happened are in prison right now. The main ringleader, he who shall not be named, should be in prison as well, because he instigated it. It's recorded. It's right there on the news. They recorded it. They recorded his speech and they recorded everything. And they got strong evidence against him. So I'm sure Jack Smith will be pretty close to indicting Trump. I know the justice system should move a little faster, but they want to make sure everything is airtight. And they don't want any technicalities or anything. Especially also on the federal level because of the top secret documents that he stole. And yes, he should have been thrown in jail right away for that. Again, they need to make it airtight for everybody. Now, I don't know why it didn't come up. Maybe I'll have to do it right here. I'm going to put a poll on here and see what you guys think. Okay, for some reason why it's not coming up? I don't know. go. There we go. Why it's not coming up? There we go. Okay, I put a poll in here. It should pop up any minute. I know I have 2 viewers. I'd like to have more viewers. The cost on my store for advertising has gone way up. It really has. And I'm considering either cutting way back on it or pause it and see where everything, all this goes, or just sell the store altogether. And then just concentrate on my YouTube and sell merchandise through my YouTube channel. But I have to have at least 1,000 subscribers in order to do that. So I want your opinions and your help on that. You would think during this election for speaker, you think McCarthy would give up that now. Okay. No, not really, Carol. I have not made any sales over the holidays. I did try promoting it, but there were no sales. And, unless I have collaborators or people who help me to promote my store, that'd be great. But, it's been frustrating last year, okay, because I switched from one platform to this platform because I'm thinking, well, maybe I get a better audience and everything else. Now, Shopify, they dropped Facebook from their sales channel app because Facebook has been doing a very good job of getting rid of trolls. And trolls keep getting in on my advertisement and causing problems, and that's where I lose customers. And it's not really fair. I mean, it's not fair to me, it's not fair to people that want to purchase things online store with a small business owner. It's frustrating, really is. So I'm considering selling my store, but I have to jump through all these hoops to sell my store. You know? I mean, I could get money back of it, some money back out of it. Just shy of over, I can't really remember, I would have to look it up, but, you know, sell it to where I could get some money back out of it and everything else and not worry about it, but convert doing something else and going to YouTube and make money that way. And then get more customers. I know it's very fierce competition on YouTube, but they seem to have a better setup. So I'm just mulling over things, how this should go. So again, it has not been easy. So, anyway, tonight, the 4th day of voting for speaker, they will reconvene tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, which will be 7 p.m. my time. And of course, you need to figure out your time zones, which would probably, if you're on the East Coast, it would be 10 p.m. your time. And they're going to try and vote again. 2 of the GOP that were not there to vote, one had to fly home because his wife gave birth to their child prematurely, and he had to fly back home to take care of that issue and, you know, make sure everything's okay. And the other GOP, he had to fly home, because one other, I guess, due to the storm in California, one of the other wrecks in California, because it was his home was in danger. And then of course, okay, thank you. Um, yeah, I did go on my store and purchase my stuff on my store and everything else, and yeah, I'd be doing sales. I would, love to see it take off, Carol. It's been, like I said, with advertising, it's been causing a lot of issues. I don't like advertising on Facebook because they make you jump through all these hoops and everything else, which is stupid. It's ridiculous. It's small business, online store. It's real simple, you know. And Menta, by the way, got slapped by a 14 million or billion yen or billion euro over in Europe for target advertising, which is a big no-no over in Europe. And okay, I'll take care of that later. But if you guys like, I'm sorry, I keep switching back and forth, but there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay. But with my store, I'd love if people could collaborate. If they want to collaborate, they can. Okay, I will, Nancy. I know you bought a couple items from me, and of course, with all the logistic issues last year, has not really helped on the customer service level. I wish advertising wasn't so expensive. I really do. It doesn't really need to be. It could be like $2 and that's it. $2 for 30 views or something like that. People talk about inflation, but it depends on what's inflated. And then, of course, you've got the other side that sits there, and the greed side, too, which causes inflation to go up. Anyway, McCarthy's lost, so far, he has lost 13 votes for Speaker. They're doing the 14th vote tonight. And it's been stated for a long time. First time this happened was in 1855. In 1855. When their Congress, I forgot what number Congress it was, or what, the congressional number is. But it took them 377 votes, which is 2 months, every day for 2 months, to get a new speaker. And of course, at that time, they were fighting over the slavery issue. They did not want, one side did not want a pro-slavery speaker, and the other side did not want a anti-slavery speaker. So it was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, it's totally different setup back then. Then there was another one in 1859. That one was short-lived. That was like 3 votes or something like that. Then again in 1923, it took took 9 votes to get a new speaker in 1923. And this is, of course, after 2 years after, this is when the Great Depression was settling in. Uh, so there was a lot of in-house fighting on that too, and that was also on the Democratic side. Not Democratic side, excuse me. That was on the Republican side. So you notice back in history, it's the Republicans that are always causing the problem. Now, 1855, I think it was either before or after, but anyway, when the Whig Party, the forerunner of the GOP, converted to the GOP. In other words, they had to rebrand themselves. So we have to learn a lot from history. Hey, Dorothy! Hi! How are things in your neck of the woods? We did get some wind up here. Let's see if there's any tree branches. Nope, so far so good. Now I feel sorry for the apartment next door to me here, apartment complex over here. They got evergreen trees right next door to them. So if tree snaps off and decide to go through the roof, they're in trouble. Because we do get some wild windstorms here. Anyway, there was, if you watch Brian Tyler Cohen, his podcast and everything, what he says is true. He says there are some radical GOP in there that like to hold things hostage, and it's all about their image. They don't care about the country. They care about their image and getting what they want. In other words, their own self-service is what they're doing. And they're being kind of selfish, okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Gates, Boebert, they keep blaming the Democrats for all the other stuff when we've done a lot of good in the last 2 years. Getting bills through, getting things fixed. There is a omnibus bill that passed, which we badly needed to do. Everybody agreed on that, or there's a bipartisan agreement on that, because there's a number of bridges that need to be replaced and everything else and fixed. No, it's working on infrastructure. And of course, those guys are, well, that's not the money we don't have. Well, I hate to break it to them. Yeah, we have the money. It's just that they weren't not paying attention. So today's the 4th day of voting, and they're doing the 12th or 14th vote tonight. They're reconvening again at 10 p.m. Eastern. Dorothy, if you're going to watch it, stay up and watch it. I'm not going. I'll be going to bed. And then it'll be 7 o'clock my time. So, and there's bridge building going on. President Biden, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. President Biden met with Senator McConnell over in Kentucky. There is a bridge there. I forgot which city it's out of. He runs out of that bridge there in Kentucky. Why are there bridges there that badly need to be replaced? Because they're at the point now they just don't want to run any cars or trucks over it. But the thing is, that bridge is their main arterial. It goes out of the city into the other side. And that bridge needs to be replaced. And McConnell says, yeah, it needs to be replaced badly. He's traveled over it. And he says, you could feel the bridge shaking badly. He was like, wow, is this thing going to let go? I've been on bridges like that. I've been on the Puyallup River Bridge here before they replaced it. It was shaking badly. You could feel trucks go over it, and it goes like this. And you're going like, is the old girl going to hold together? A lot of people don't really care to take a dunk into the Puyallup River when the water's really super cold because the water comes down off the mountains. The Puyallup River comes down off of Mount Rainier. Okay, when the snow melt occurs, the water is really super cold. So, anyway, building bridges. Senator McConnell, and he's not really a radical GOP, if you will, okay? But he's been close friends with President Biden for years. They used to work together across the aisle. And Biden always wanted to do consensus building and do working across the aisle with others. And that's how things get done. So not everybody always gets what they want, but at least they work toward it. Which, as it should be. It's just the radicals, the ones that, oh, they don't want any regulation, they don't want any of this and want any of that. I go, you know what? If you guys don't want any of that, go to North Korea and stay there. You know, I wish I could just boot Bolbert, Green, and Gates, and Jordan out of Congress. Boot them out. They don't belong there. And I'm pretty sure that there's some in there that supported the insurrection. And then they should not be allowed to hold office there. They shouldn't be seated. Hold another election. That your check out your candidates to make sure everything's on the up and up. Get them in there and everything else. So those that really want to do community service, do public service, they're just in it for the money. They're not in it for helping the country. And that's why they need to be booted. I can't stand people like that. I really can't. Oh, and as far as the sports news, if any of you have been watching it, you remember Damar Hamlin when he had a cardiac arrest on the field last Tuesday during the Buffalo Bills Bengals game. Today his breathing tube has been removed and he's breathing on his own. He's talking. There's no brain damage or anything since his heart stopped beating. I think there is a threshold on that. I forgot what the threshold was, but the quick action of the two trainers from each side of the team that worked on him, they saved his life. And anyway, Damar's on the mend. He'll be okay. So that's good news for the Bills. And the guy's only 24 years old. People think, well, he can't have a heart attack. I go, yeah, he can. Anybody can, no matter the age. Okay. Even little kids could get a heart attack. If there's something wrong, undiagnosed, something's wrong. You know, their rhythm is wrong, their electrical system is wrong, or something's wrong with it. It can happen. It can happen to anybody. And as the old saying goes, you never know when your number's called. So, I mean, we could be prepared as much as we could be prepared for it. But anyway, what I was talking about earlier, Dorothy, is regarding, I want your opinion regarding my online store. I was thinking either selling my store on the Ginger Store more, selling that, and focusing on my ranch show and selling merchandise through that way and earn money through it that way. Reason is this, because the cost of advertising. But if I get up to 1,000 subscribers and start doing it live on YouTube, I can earn money through advertising that way too, through their advertisers. They pay me, okay? So that's why I want to get in that focus and maybe either pause or sell my store. I'm having trouble getting word of mouth about my store and about it. And those that want to promote my store, I'll put it out here. But anyway, check it out. Okay. And there's another, that's the old one. Let's see if I have it. Hold on a second. Feel free to promote my store. And also, if you want to collaborate, I would love collaborators. I could let me know, and I could sign you on. But if not, I will just pause it. I know of a PLU nursing student that has Shopify on her thing, but she's paused it because she's so busy with school right now that she doesn't have time for it. But yeah, it's just the big cost is advertising. That's the big thing right there. So I'm just trying to earn a little extra money. Just for emergencies, that type of thing. I'm happy here in my apartment. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Oh, speaking of which, sure. It's, oh, why is this doing it? Just a minute, Carol. Just a minute, my computer's not cooperating. Okay. Here it is. There you go, Carol. Have at it. Copy and paste it. Or, put it in your thing and you can promote for me. And tell others about it, including those in Blue Dot Network too. So, like I said, as far as Wednesday goes, last Wednesday, I'm sorry, like I said, California was having some issues because of the storm. They're fighting right now. Anyway, it's almost time for me to, you're welcome, Carol. Anytime, time for me to, time for me to sign off. I'm going to take out the garbage, do some little bit of chores and clean up, and, this weekend, go Hawks. Go Seahawks. Oh, and my Seattle Kraken won yesterday, too. The hockey team. So anyway, I will see you guys later. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend. I love you all. And be sure to insist, persist, push back, and communicate with your reps and your senators. It's important. Mostly your reps. Yeah, communicate with them and say, hey. I will, Carol. I will. Alright, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and I'll post this on my YouTube channel, too.